There we go. We return back to the moments just as the adrenaline begins to fade from the combat with you and these uh weird creaky marionettes. Um this with the last one down, the silence sort of comes to you all as the heartbeat in your ears subsides and you are now alone and, as you believe, safe.
Okay. What was that? What are these? I'm a learned man
Mm-hmm.
with courses that involve going to adventuring guilds and such. Can I make an attempt at, or like, knowing what these are?
Yeah. Pick your knowledge and which avenue you're attempting to know them by, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, they're not. I guess I'd go over to them. Are they made of meat?
Um, roll perception on that.
Is anyone helping me investigate
Oh,
this? Okay.
you know what? Yeah, I'll roll investigation.
Are you investigating the bodies or the house itself?
The bodies.
Okay.
That would be a natural 20.
All right. So on perception with the natural 20, you see absolutely not. They are as wooden a puppet as you would see at any traveling circus. Another thing that you notice on them is the wood of these puppets is not of any of the trees nearby, but it does match the shards of wood that you found in the church, specifically in the room where the priest lived that had been
Okay.
broken into.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Sure. I will also, on your nat 20, give you one more thing, which
Okay.
is that while they appear disanimated, you're not sure that is permanent.
Uh, maybe history fits better. I'm not proficient in history, but I think history probably fits better.
Well,
For
what about them are you trying to know?
if I know things about them.
Well, either Arcana or history could get you there. It just depends on, are you wanting to have heard stories about it, or are you wanting to know facts about this creature specifically from someone who might have researched them?
I guess facts.
Okay, then
So
that would be the Arcana side.
okay.
Or nature.
I'm gonna twist my ring.
Excuse me.
Using its last charge for the day. 23.
So I'm going to tell you something that unnerves you, which is that you've studied a lot of creatures. If there's anything that Enzio is good at. It is the studies that he has dedicated his life to. And even with you combing back through every ounce of knowledge you've ever learned at either the college or away, you've never once seen anything about a creature like this.
I and they're like thoroughly shattered, but I think they can reanimate.
Oddly enough, they weren't. They some of them are. They are shattered, but not in the way like they are not in pieces like shards. They are in pieces like limbs and bodies and heads. They are a puppet that has fallen apart at the hinges. Almost as a
Even
defense mechanism, it seems
okay.
that they, as they fall this way into the blow. Except for the two that had been burned, as there is nothing left of those.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm just firebolt, firebolt, firebolt.
Okay.
I don't even think I do the full cantrip. I just like the end of my staff heats up, and I just like just like away with you, away with you, foul puppet.
As that's happening, can I roll to investigate the house?
Yeah. Lag, if you also want, you can change the direction on your investigation to the house, as it's unlikely you would have found anything that wasn't hit with his nat 20 on the puppets.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Let's see if anyone lived here at any points.
Yeah, so we'll start with the low roll and move up to you, Lag, because you'll find things Sarah won't hear. So you find that this is as it was described to you, a house that is, you know, from a hermit who hasn't been heard of in who knows how long, right?
Yeah.
Give me a second, please, Rush. We'll be right back.
No worries. The place is left in, like, despite having had these puppets in it, it's left in a way that it is sort of, you know, it is in the position that somebody might have left it in, having just left here to go on a vacation, right? Like, or just to leave for a trip into the store. Like, it's
I
got the
can't
table.
gauge like how recent it is, like how dirty the floor and the
With a 12, you don't know. You can
Okay.
get that it's not recent. But the thing beyond that you don't notice, but Niels does, is that there isn't like food left out that's been left to rot, right? It's as though it's been cleaned and the building is being maintained. Like, it's not abandoned, even though the signs of anyone living here, your guess, Niels, is that it's been a couple years since anyone truly called this place home outside of any being that lives unlike these puppets, because it seems these puppets don't, they're light, they don't disturb the dust on the ground, they move so swiftly from how you remember them attacking you. um it's a place that is maintained, but still obviously no human has had called this place home for a long, long time.
Interesting.
Just to be clear, when we broke down the door, they attacked us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I-
wouldn't you two have attacked somebody who breaks down the door and just runs in?
right. I mean, hey, I'm gauging my intelligence on this investigation right now.
Yeah, you remember they attacked you as you entered.
Can I sort of look if there's like a working bench in a corner of this house somewhere?
Yeah, roll another investigation or perception.
I should have just asked for perception to begin with. God damn. Or not. All right.
So, like a working bench, you mean perhaps
I mean,
for
just a
making
desk
puppets,
with like
or
a desk with like compartments that you might put stuff in. Like, I don't know the technical term in English, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just a bench where you would work and then place things into like spots
there
under
is a
the
desk.
table. Can
It's easy enough to
I?
find.
Yeah. Can I? So, does it have like compartments that are like visible that you can just sort of open?
Yeah, it has some visible drawers covered in
Drawers,
some
right?
papers.
Can I look at the papers just to see what they're about?
Yeah. Roll me another perception check just to see if you can catch what might be interesting in these papers as you scan.
I will help him by illuminating the area.
In the middle of the day.
In this forest, in this cabin with no lights.
It was pretty dark.
All right, all right.
The inside of this room was lit by a single candle.
That is true.
Yeah, so you're scanning through basic a lot of the basics on the desk is, simple lists, sort of groceries and things like that. You fiddle through drawers that lead you to, with the help of Enzio, who beyond light is also pointing some things out to you, find notes that imply not a wizardly understanding of magic, but sort of that this, whoever this hermit was uh at least marginally knowledgeable in some form of magic.
A druid understanding, maybe?
You're unsure about that. That would take an arcana check from one of you to know sort of the.
Am I allowed to roll an arcana just to see if maybe I happen to know?
You can try. You can both. Anyone can try.
I'll try too.
Cha!
I think that on we'll go in order of that. You all know that it's sort of, you would almost call it witchy, like not
Hmm.
a sorcerer, but somebody who is connected to the natural magics of this world, but not in the way of a druid or a sorcerer. not a warlock bound to a patron, but someone who's studied in, you know, certain types of magic.
Hmm.
Saren, you catch one of these papers that seems to go that seems out of place for someone like that. Usually it would be a lot of like brewing of potions and like elixirs that would help people, minor spells to, guide the mind and body. But this paper uh stands out as this is more wizardry. This is academic magic. And Enzio, you look at something, and I need to ask, what languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Orc.
It is in a language you don't know. This paper, and it's not a singular page. It's almost like a small booklet. That is indecipherable to you, and just at a glance is of an origin that you wouldn't be able to even guess at. It's not even a language where you've seen the characters and have been like, it's probably this.
I will kind of gently blow on it, and then I will roll it up and put it into my scroll case to look at a later time. Well, actually, before I put it away, can anyone read this?
Where do I see my languages on this?
Did you pick them?
I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know where on the thing I find them.
On your on the main page, scroll down, and then it's beside your weapon proficiency.
Yeah, you don't have any listed.
What?
He spins out, realizing he can't read.
Pretty sure I picked stuff, so it should have shown up.
Well, I know Common and Orc, and I don't think this is written in Orc.
Oh, fuck, I gotta fucking Google what a fighter and an high elf gets in language.
Fighter shouldn't give you anything in terms of language.
Okay, common and elven plus one of my choice. So I'm gonna go with celestial then as my third. Now, how do I save this? Is it already saved? I think it is. Okay, there we go. So if I look now, does it have a language I can understand?
No.
Okay. No. Nice choice.
All right. Well, unless it's in the secret dialect of the mole. It's something that we should save for a later time. What should I write in my inventory?
Book from Hermit House. Mysterious book from Hermit House.
Okay. And just to be safe, can Saren do one more scan of the inside, but sort of in this time he's sort of not really any real like indication of it being so. Kind of looking for like hidden compartments or like some kind of weird stuff going around. Or was that part of the check earlier?
You're looking for hidden compartments or not?
I'm looking specifically for hidden stuff, like compartments, hidden floorboards, like just anything generally.
Could I attempt a history check on the note to see if I can tell what language it's in?
Sure.
I'll help him with that. Oh, he already rolled. Never mind.
You could also roll a history check if if you want.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, you both have no idea.
And
And it's a little strange because like the languages of this world tend to have text that you could at least identify where it comes from. These are symbols you've never seen before.
that is unusual. I think. Wait. This place was supposed to be built over caverns, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Saren, can you help me look for a trapdoor?
That is exactly what I was going to do, yes.
Okay, thank you.
And Saren, if you want to roll for finding other hidden stuff in the room, you can. The trap
Well, I
door.
gave him advantage, so
I said what I fucking said, didn't I?
all right. Hey. I
Pull his gun.
assume that when I give someone advantage, I'm basically out. Like I don't get to roll at that time.
Yeah, you can.
Well, then I'll help him with that.
Okay, that's a little busted. Like I'm not the DM here, but that feels a little.
I give you guidance.
You find the trap door in the
How do
sort
I
of
use
back
guidance?
corner.
You just roll a d4.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Trapdoor.
It opens up to a ladder down into a opening of a small cave system below.
Is it like dark or are there like lights set up along the way?
It does seem to be dark.
Okay.
So he got a 22.
With the 22, you find a loose floorboard.
Yeah.
And if you pull it, do you pull it up?
Yeah, I will try to. Well, I will try to do it in a way where it's not like obvious that it was broken. Maybe if that's possible.
You find
I'm here. Sorry about that.
No worries. You find a bunch of hidden items. The most obvious to you what it would mean is a necklace with a holy symbol. A holy symbol not for one god, but for all.
Oh, okay. Uh, it, was I informed about the symbol that there was a symbol in the church, right? And was I informed of that?
We would have brought up that the priest is missing, but unless you asked about it, I don't think we would have like gotten into like the specifics.
Okay.
You see in here maybe 50 different individual items.
Oh my god. Okay, it's a big fucking compartment. Okay, so I'm going to take the symbol. But then also, is there like a roll I can make to sort of investigate a few of the 50 items?
With your already existing perception, what are you looking for specifically?
Let's say anything related to religious worship or witchery.
Nothing beyond that symbol or has anything to do with religion and there's nothing witchy in here.
Okay, so no like strange ingredients that might be hidden away or potions or whatever.
No.
All right. How do I write this in?
I think we should take a short rest before we go down the tunnel. I'm pretty badly hurt.
Oops. So, it's a necklace with a holy symbol of every god. Is that an accurate way of putting that?
A holy symbol that reflects worship of all gods, not one.
That reflects worship of all gods. Okay. Yeah, and then we were gonna do a short rest.
A short rest is an hour, right?
I think it's either that or 30 minutes.
At least 1 hour long, according to the PHP, apparently.
Okay. So you're going to take a full hour.
Okay.
So trance doesn't work on short rests, right? It's only on long rest.
That is a long
Yep.
rest, yeah.
Okay.
This one you can roll a hit dice in order, if you've been hurt, to heal.
Where hit die?
You would have 3 of them. It's whatever your dice is that you roll for HP every time.
So I just roll.
There's apparently a roll hit dice button.
Where's
on
the
the short
roll hit?
rest button.
Try to find it.
Where's
The fork and knife near the
Found
top
it.
of your sheet.
As you all wait, I'm going to roll this check in front of the board. You're going to want probably higher than a 25.
1 second. We're all rolling hit dice like crazy people.
Oh, did that work?
I'm not rolling any.
Okay.
Let me double check. I guess that worked.
Okay.
I didn't heal.
That's good news. Good news.
Good news that I didn't heal.
Do you need to heal? Because then you roll hit dice. There's a hit dice rolling button. It's above.
Yes.
Well, like, where is it?
It's the knife and fork up above.
Well, I rolled that, and it only gave me recovery. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the short rest button.
That's the short rest button. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah, and then there's a checkbox that automatically spins it when you click the rest button until you're healed.
I think everything is fine now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you were saying?
I was saying what? It's good news. You rolled a 76.
No, it's like, yeah, I thought you were saying something like about rolling, or maybe you were referring to you rolling
I
just now.
rolled this 76, and it's good news.
Okay.
Didn't want it
Good
to be
news, everybody. The
25 or
wolves have
less.
not appeared.
I'm gonna focus on one of my rings, and a surge of energy is gonna flow back into me, and I'm gonna give myself a second level spell slot. Oh. Are we ready?
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
I think I'm as ready as I'll get.
All right.
I take my hand and I thwap Marrow on the butt, and I point at the hole.
It is not large enough that that creature could get in.
But it's a natural. Is it just stone or is it dirt?
It's mostly stone.
Oh, okay. Well, then I wouldn't thwap
Well,
Marrow.
I think I, for one, am done messing around with these things. I'm going to attempt to make the hole larger with the mech's pickaxe.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll? If anything.
I just I guess an attack. Does the mech have an athletics? You could
It
roll an
does have a
athletics.
strength. Doesn't have skills, but I can make it roll strength.
Okay. You can choose to either do it via attacks and damage or via a strength check.
I'll do attack and damage.
Okay. That hits. You think that you're hitting into this, it will take probably another hour for you to get this to be big enough for both the mech and Mole to get through.
Do we think
We
that's
need the
worthwhile
mech.
investment?
I could live without Marrow getting through, but you actually need the mech, don't you?
Well, I had my own equipment, but we saw how well that worked.
All right. So you committing to making the hole bigger?
I was going to make it a vote, but if everyone's fine with it.
This roll, you want it to be above a 40. You clear out the opening, and luckily the tunnel that is below here is wide enough that without any further, it is just this opening that you have to get through first that causes problems.
Okay.
You are now all down in the tunnel. Do you decide to light your way in any way, or are you just going to rely on dark vision?
I don't think we have the advantage of stealth. Do you all?
With
Or would you?
this giant mech? No.
I
I
have
did
fairly
just leave
good.
in the front door.
So yeah, I will manifest some light. Or yeah, I will light some torches.
I will use my lamp.
I'm gonna check something real quick. That's apparently I don't have permissions to open my character sheet.
Whoa.
That's
Let me
odd.
refresh. Let me refresh the page.
I can view your character sheet.
Nope, there you go. I just had to do a quick refresh.
Yeah, you're still listed as owner, so you should have rights.
Yeah.
You should still have rights is one of the funniest things I've heard.
I'm just specifically reading something off of this.
As I see you look at it, I note, whatever mage or wizard or witch that makes those signs their name on the bag somewhere.
Do they?
It's
As I
part
start
of
like
it.
I start looking around the bag. They kind of just gave me this. They've never seen one of this color. Okay. I found what I wanted to find. Before like starts and stuff. Can I send my little spider coin down the staircase?
Yeah.
Oh, he still has the coin?
It vanishes to next dawn.
That's what I was looking for. How long it lasts. So I'm gonna send my little spider coin down the staircase
Like
and wait.
through the
I want
tunnel.
yeah I want to send it through the tunnel like as far as it can go. How far can it go from me?
I don't see any limit on how far that thing can be from you.
It
How
can leave.
Okay, I'm just gonna send it down the hallway until it come across this either some sort of moving object or something, and then I want it to come back. So
So you
some
sent
sort of
this during the time that the digging was happening, right?
I would have started setting it off before the digging started.
Yeah. Basically, as you all get down here from an hour of digging, the spider coin walks back up.
No.
Since I can't communicate with this thing, I'm gonna look at it. I want you to jump in the air and then fall on your back if there's enemies, and, or land on your feet if it's all clear.
All right. Roll animal handling.
It's supposed to listen to me.
Yeah.
All right. Animal handling.
It's just to see how well it listens. You know, it'll try either way. But
Yeah. This is an advanced trick.
it jumps and lands perfectly on the side of the coin.
It's that fucking meme from Gumball with the dog. It's like, you're gonna have to try harder to. Oh!
It does not land on its back or its legs.
That's just proves that it understands you and it's defiant.
You
It's
understand from
wise.
it is not defiant in this situation. That is its interpretation of the best answer it can give.
Okay.
I crouched down and I pet the top part of the coin. You did your best. You know what? After it comes back, I'm gonna just go ahead and see what else is in this bag, and I'll pull another little ball of fluff from it.
You did your best. Time to banish you.
No, I can have multiple things at once.
Oh. How many? What?
Yeah, up to 3. It works 3 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
This item is so weird. I love it.
Please be the 5.
2. Hey, let's go. That's a new one. I need to know all these.
So out of the bag, you pull out a wooden
Out of the
marionette
bag.
puppet.
Hey
You
guys, we
throw
just fought
you
these.
throw the orb. It is the same guy who it's roll a D100. It looks indistinguishably it's like the other ones above, very goblin-esque, got really like pointy, obviously pointy ears that are big and wide, and it's kind of small, and it's just like sort of crouched down looking at you, like, and it's making weird creaking noises as it looks at you.
Look at party. I bet this brings back memories for you guys.
All right. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just keep going.
Okay, what do I call this thing?
Just call it a puppet creature or whatever. I know what it means.
It's not attacking us, and that'll have to be good enough.
No, it's friendly. It's just unnerving. Especially flashing back to rolls that were successful by Enzio. The fact that out of a wizard's bag, he pulled one of these creatures that are a mystery to you, that no one has ever heard of, terrifies you.
Someone made these things, and they're amok now.
this this
I will say that someone made these things and they are amok now.
I look at the party and say, I got one more of these things in me. Should I just take the gamble and pull it out? So far, we've got a coin, a penguin with 4 arms, and a puppet. I look at the party and ask them if they want me to pull the last one out for the day.
Save it for if we get into a fight. That way you could throw it at them.
Okay. So does the goblin puppet have anything, or is it just like an unarmed goblin puppet?
He's got a little knife, like the
Okay.
other ones did.
Yeah, okay. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. You think that he is exactly like those goblins you just fought. It takes you a good, like, this, as you walk down this cave, it is a good 30 minutes until you reach the end of this tunnel as it opens up into a larger cavern space. You, as you walk down, hear nothing but the drips of water from the cave walls.
Do I think this is a good cave?
Yeah. As caves go, it's like this one, you know, as you're walking further in, that this is going to open up into a much larger cavern with
Can
a
I
lot of
call
offshoots.
it a good cave and give it a pat?
No, motherfucker. You can tell if a fucking cave is like if the stone's bad or it's like.
Yeah, and
I don't want to die in a cave in.
You know that this is the type of cave that dwarves would look for building a town or city. Like, it just has a natural strength to it that implies that, like, you think in the further caverns down below that you could build something here.
Oh, good stone.
It opens up as you reach the end of this 30-minute walk. It opens up and you are notably high up over where, like, it widens out into a space, and as you step out into it, you notice that through sort of mixes of stone overhangs and almost like, you know, the windows and things built into castle walls, you look down over a much larger open area that you are above, and I want you to all roll perception.
I have dark vision much farther out past the light of the torches.
Mm-hmm.
I have 60 dark vision.
Same.
I have 120. You said perception?
Yep.
Blade is vibing.
We'll start with Niels. You notice below you buildings. Not well built. Not made of the stone of this area. Oddly enough, built from sticks and wood. And you catch a faintly sweet smell. From one of the buildings that would be closest to you if you were to be on the ground level. Enzio, you see row by row a bakery, a blacksmith, and at the very end of your vision, a building that appears to be a church, tower and all, as best as it can be recreated out of simple wood, not built with the hands of people.
They've made a copy of the town.
Down below, you catch the faintest movement of the same sort of town, people walking back and forth, but not people. These same puppets.
I am going to take out Matilda and flip through the pages rapidly as I chant out words of haste and alarm, and I am going to use the awakened spellbook feature to cast a ritual as an action.
Mm-hmm.
To cast detect magic.
Yeah.
As we and I'm going to start to descend towards the village. Be on your guard.
Are there lights in this town?
No, the town is pitch dark.
I have not used a lot of lamps in my time as a human being living in this world. Can I lower the flame to like reduce the light?
Yeah, by closing the gate more, you can reduce the air that goes to it.
Okay, I will reduce my lamp a bit so that like it's less obvious that there's light.
Could I send my little wooden goblin to scout out the village and walk amongst his people?
Are you guys gonna let him send that ahead? Like,
What
and
are
see
you
what
doing?
happens?
And I'm going to grab the goblin.
It's his people. He should be able to go in there and
This
walk
is a
around.
town full of humanoid, as in humans. If there, you want to send in a goblin,
I thought it'd be funny. Okay, fine.
yeah, funny, and I throw it back at him, like jestfully, like I'm not
Let's
shucking it.
Let's not fight. We're all nervous. I almost died
The
twice.
goblin looks at you in disgust as you have manhandled it. It's a fully sentient being.
Oh,
You know what?
sorry.
It's not
Oh,
a bad
very-
idea. Maybe we should do something about those clothes. It's good that I brought a spare.
Ooh,
Just gonna-
tool belt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out a set of clothes that look identical to mine for the little goblin.
Okay.
Any item that doesn't cost more than 50 gold, he can just
And
fucking
it can't be an
Inspector
armor,
Gadget.
shield, or potion, or weapon.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. You dress the goblin. Yeah, it does like look at its own clothes as though it's like vaguely remembering something, but like it's foreign to it as well.
Well,
So as I descend on the village, um,
Are you moving
and I
stealthily or just like openly like you're walking into town?
well, is this a miniature or a full-sized town?
It is slightly it is downscaled, but you think that it is a exact replica to a certain scale.
Okay.
is it also only specifically the buildings you pointed out, or just happens to be the area we're in?
That was the area he could see with 120 feet of vision.
Okay.
Okay, so it is definitely the entire town.
All right then. I say all right. Let's do some reconnaissance, I guess. And I'm going to cast my once a day trait on everyone to pass without trace.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So we're going stealthy. I'll douse my torch.
I will attempt. I have disadvantage on stealth.
Are you
Leave the-
leaving the mech and mole behind?
I'm definitely going to leave the mech here, but I'm going to leave it so I can have it follow me at it up to its speed.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm like not
That's a
very
16.
quiet at all.
That's a 16. And I'll give you guidance. So roll a d4.
How's that a 16?
Pass
Because-
without trace.
Oh, because pass without trace. Right.
I give everybody +10.
Flat plus 10.
Dunna, 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 dunna. Alright, Slate got a 13. I got a 30.
We need to see one last roll to know what occurs here. Another 30.
Alright.
And so the secondary low is going to be an 18. So they don't seem to notice you as you walk into town. Down here, you think that just like the conjuring of this shadow magic, the sort of like it in this case, it is less of a concealing aura in shroud and smoke. It is a pure act of the sort of Assassin's Creed style, not stealth through not doing anything to draw attention. You just sort of reflect a demeanor of not importance to anyone who looks your way as you walk into this town.
I have a theory that I don't like. of the people that were missing, which building do we get to first? The baker.
The baker.
The
He's the first building in town.
Okay. All right. So I stop us at the bakery, and I'm going to try to get inside or peer inside.
Do you walk inside or peer inside? Which is it?
I didn't know how big it was. If I can walk inside, I'll walk inside.
It is large enough for you to walk inside, but it is probably 1/3 as big as the bakery was in town.
Okay.
You probably have to, like, other people probably couldn't get in. You, with minor crouching, get in through the doorway.
All right. Inside the bakery, what is here?
Some tables, a counter. You see and smell a fresh baked sort of thing. That's interesting is you don't see any flame here. There isn't an oven. Um uh but you have detect magic up, and you see one strong, you've had strong senses of detect magic on every one of these puppets. And additionally, in the back there's a stone that reflects a minor evocation sort of spell that you assume is a heat stone that is used to cook on for these creatures that cannot use flame.
Okay.
And they are, you think, what you recognize here is that, like, there's no way that these creatures eat, and yet they are making bread. It's like it's a like a sweet flatbread. It doesn't seem like they have as many options as the bakery up above, but there is one of these puppets living here and being a baker.
Yeah.
One second.
I look for patterns. I look for I was afraid I would look in here and find the missing daughter. Finding this, I'm realizing I am inside of a giant spell. I'm going to send my owl up.
What I would
And
say is, you notice on this puppet there's slight, like, they're taller than the goblin puppets, but they are still shorter than the, like, some of the puppets you've seen walking outside. And while they don't, none of these puppets have conveyed full facial features, right? Ears
Mhm.
appear, but, like, the facial carving isn't, like, there isn't an intricate facial carving on any of these puppets. But the torso of this puppet ends in sort of the outwardsness of an implied dress or skirt, and there are carved floral patterns into it. And you notice that in the carvings of that as well, the outline of an apron.
Okay. I send my bird up. We need to find the prince. We need to find whatever is the center of this. We need to know what's going on.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd like to look around with my bird's eyes.
Yep. Make a roll for it.
Nat 20.
All right. The bird flies up, scans through the town. It takes another 30 minutes to fully get the scope of this town, and in doing so, I will do one last of these rolls, which you still want to be on the high side. That's not good. But it is what you see, which is that through
The dragon has been summoned.
through these eyes, you fly through the town and figure out that it's not a center. It's not a magical spell in which the center point matters. It's the back. Along the back of this cave, you spot a sickening sight. A tree with a person who you do not recognize fused into the bark. A incredibly light wooden tree that you would recognize as the wood that is used for these puppets. But between all of its branches, through many of the pores of it, dripping red sap that appears to be like blood. And directly below this tree, you find the prince, unconscious, with roots of the tree plugged into parts of his body. And he already looks to be about half the size that he was in terms of like not half the size he was in terms of height, but width. As though all of the moisture from within him is being drained.
Um, I call this out to everybody, and we should start running, including like the mech and everything.
Yeah, I'm going to command the mech to follow me. His speed is 35 feet, if
Okay.
that ever matters.
Well, you should put it within pass without trace. Because it's also going to need to roll stealth. Are you bringing the mole as well?
I won't.
Okay.
It doesn't have stealth, but I'll roll its dexterity.
It would be dex then.
I'll give it guidance.
Everyone, you would roll here with disadvantage if you're running. But you still have the plus 10 with for pass without trace.
Should I pull out the last creature from the bag?
If you want to.
You know it, baby.
I'm gonna pull out the last creature from the bag as well.
So this will be the 13 and not the 22 with disadvantage.
Yep. So it's a 23, a 25, a 16.
It's like, this is for the
Yeah, this for the D8 will be for summoning the creature.
Yeah. 4. I don't have 4 either.
Had to be a 4. I have so many of the more interesting numbers already written out, but
You don't have a 4. 4 in the.
It's always the one that you never plan for.
I'll go ahead and roll my stealth with disadvantage while you do that.
yeah.
14? Yeah.
Let's just tab here real quick and
If you have other numbers, I could just re-roll it if you want me to.
yeah, you could. I'm gonna ask one question of somebody real quick. Never mind, I remember that now. That one. So it falls to me to decide. This will be a creature you recognize because you came up with it. It is the creature that you pitched in session 0.
Oh. Hey!
It's one of those.
This shit must be big as fuck then. Because
Hey guys, we need to
those
make
turtles.
a stealthy advance forward. All right, summons a rhino.
No, it's a fucking cluster turtle. Those shits are huge.
Yeah. The bag does not care for the size of the creature.
I don't have like a sheet or anything to roll stealth on this creature at all. But
None of these creatures notice the turtle.
oh, okay.
They are not primed to know about this turtle and thus have not known to recognize it. So our low is a 16, I think, in the averages.
The lowest is a 14.
Well,
lowest is
yeah,
14.
that's the lowest. But like, if we're gonna go with the second lowest because this is a group stealth check,
Yeah.
16 is the low. So we will give them another perception check. At this point, as you sprint, the creatures do look at you.
And scream.
And they look afraid, but they do not look hostile.
Okay. We continue to run.
Yeah. Within, given the scope, like the difference of the size of the town, within about a 3-minute run, you make it to the end of this cavern. You all, as you approach, see this weird tree growing into the, not even the dirt, through the stone in the ground. With a face you don't recognize fused into it, and not only the face but the full body in a contorted, like, painful position, fused into the tree, and the prince on sort of a ritualistic platform below it with roots dug into him. You also spot two of the little puppet guys, like, overseeing this. I want you all to roll perception. All right, everyone who rolled above a 15, you notice one of these two puppets, the patterning around their neck or right into the center of their chest, is a carved version of the symbol of worshiping all of the gods. That one seems to be praying over this platform. You don't seem to know exactly what needs to happen here, but I leave it to you. What is your course of action as you arrive at this location?
So just to be clear, platform, big fuck, not big fucker, but main fucker on top, prince on bottom.
Yeah, it's like a tree, a fucked up tree, and then sort of a car. Like, this is the one place you've seen carved stone, is this, like, clearly ritualistic platform that he is laying on.
I attack the tree.
All right, roll initiative, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hey, whatever.
We're gonna need to clear up the map because I need to be able to draw a new map.
There's no active encounter.
Yeah, give
I
me
assume a 21 hits.
Yeah.
Right.
The tree? The fucking
Yes.
tree.
I do 6 fire damage.
There is now a combat encounter. A roll a combat encounter thing.
Yeah.
So, first thing, we're just going to use the map as a background. You all started at the back end of this. You can position yourself vaguely.
Did the mech get here before we did that?
I assume it ran with you.
Okay.
Blair. And I think just like last time, we're going to use owls as the representation of the two stick guys you see.
Okay.
Have to go to game scene. There we go. All right. How do I add a creature to this again?
Right click on the sword icon. Yeah. Right click on the token, enter combat.
All right, they have their vague initiative. And then we click start combat. As you have fired a thing into the tree, you instantly see roots pop out of the ground as well. The face in the tree contorts into a face of extreme pain, and the two puppets let out a disgustingly human scream from a voice that does not have a vocal cord.
Creepy.
Darren, it's your move.
Okay. Just to make sure I can. Okay, I can move.
Why do you have a fucking orbital drop
I don't know.
circle around you? I think they're about to strike you from fucking space.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
The vines! Cut the vines!
25, 30. Standing where I'm standing, can I interact with either the enemy or the vines around the guy?
Yes, both.
Oh, okay. I will start cutting the vines.
Okay. Roll a
Let's see.
how are you going about it? With what's
I'm going to
your
draw my long sword and just hack with it.
Okay.
So do that. Attack.
That hits.
Do damage.
You
Oh, damn.
sever right through one of these vines. Instantaneously. As you cut that vine, the upper, like, through magic, the upper part of the prince returns to a sort of refilled state. Like you assume that, like, the aesthetics of him being drained to near death only matters through if the magic goes all the way through. It is not a physical
Right.
ailment.
Is there a way for me to keep my portrait from rotating weirdly?
There's probably a setting for it, yes.
All right. If it's annoying, we don't have to worry about it.
For now, we just don't care. Just your token is directional. We should turn it off entirely, because I don't think I'm ever going to build a map that needs full rotation.
You're never gonna build a map. We got
All
it.
right, I'm banning you now from the channel. You can fuck off.
All right.
Alright. Niels' turn.
All right. I'm gonna move up to this one.
That is the one that does not look like the priest. You do not recognize who they might be.
Well, whoever they are, they're getting the pickaxe now.
Our claw.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. You thud the pickaxe into them, but they are still standing. Let's just see here. /R. Yeah, but like, what's the low? Yeah.
Could I roll a perception check to see if it resisted that?
Yeah. Hard to say. You don't think it had a resistance fully, but like it seemed to hit pretty normally, but you're not entirely sure.
Maybe
Is
that'll
that
be
your
my turn.
okay?
This man tree foulness. Um, I do wish grease could burn. All right. I will.
All right, you've decided. Grease burns.
All right.
You seemed against it last time. That's the only reason grease didn't burn.
All right. Oi, you a fucking tree. Does the tree look like it's like sentient at all?
It's hard to say because it's hard to tell with what degree the body that's in the tree and the tree are separate or one. You get a feeling that the person is sentient, but you don't know if they are the tree in their fullest.
Best stick with what the guards would have approved. We're in the field now. I can't be trying to talk down every fucking bush that we fight with.
That hits.
3 fire damage.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
Legendary.
It has one. I'm going to need a dex save from anyone who's in the front line there.
I will say before my turn is over,
Mm-hmm.
I will bonus action. Does it look like if I healed the prince, he would benefit from it?
Hard to say. It seems that if you disconnect the vines, he might be at full health. You're not sure. Like his upper body is much better off than it was when you first saw him.
Okay, then I'll hold off on any bonus action shenaniganery.
Okay.
So then, yeah, your legendary action.
Dex saves from all of you at the front.
Dex saves. Dex saves.
Is you in the front line?
You're not. You haven't moved up yet, so you're safe. Okay, so the machine will take half damage from this, but the other two will take full damage. 12 to both of you.
Okay.
To
So
shreds.
that's free to the mech and free to me.
Yep. It just a set of spikes stab up through through the ground.
Actually, no, the mech takes 6, I take 3. That's how that works.
All right.
I was wrong.
All good.
There we go. I did it wrong. I was like, why did it set my health that low? And it's like, oh, I set my health to 12, not minus 12. The effect is almost the same, but not quite.
And it's Plate's turn.
Fuck him up.
Let's got a whole fucking group with him. I'm gonna send my puppet to try to break one of the vines attached to the prince.
Okay.
I
You want me to roll?
You haven't given me a sheet for the puppet or the turtle, so yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. He walks up with his knife and he can't get it to hit into the vine enough.
All right, go turtle, go try to bite through one of those. Yeah, go try to bite through one of those vines.
The turtle gets here, but does not have an action left to bite the vines this turn.
There, okay. So this tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do like the branches? Are there just a bunch of like? Is it just branches, or is like a whole like like a bunch of leaves up there?
There are leaves on the branches. Yeah, they are a deep and concerning red color. That
But
leaves
are there
shouldn't
enough
be.
leaves? Are there enough leaves to conceal the top of the tree, or can you see pretty much all the branches?
You can see all of the branches of the tree.
Okay,
It is not a thickly leaved.
I'm gonna send my little spider to like climb up and just like start climbing on the tree. I guess.
All right. With a dash, it is going to take it still 3 turns to touch the tree. Because it is so
Jesus.
small.
Where is the goblin?
The goblin exists in the ephemeral space.
You need to give me sheets for these animals eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
All right then. As for me, I'm just gonna cast firebolt on one of the branches that's the person.
Okay.
There you are. There's a 12 hit a branch.
Barely.
Six.
The branch starts to light, but does not. And in this, you notice that the tree itself does not seem to have a weakness to fire.
Fair enough. That's it. All my guys are just there.
So both of these guys are going to climb up to the tree and attempt to interpose their bodies against it such that it's harder for you to hit it.
Are you
Okay.
saying that they're using themselves as shields, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit Enzio?
Yes.
Can I impose a protection on him as a reaction?
I believe if you have that ability, yes. With
Like I am always unsure about the technically
you
5 feet.
You are 5 feet away from him. Yes, you are adjacent.
Then yes, I will provoke protection as a reaction.
Okay. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay. And then one more attack. A 20 does hit.
Yes.
Seven. As
Alright.
as one of the vines just smacks you. Saren's turn.
Oh, okay, interesting. Hmm. If I attack the vines and I want to use a superior die goading attack, will that just go to the tree itself, or will it also go to the two beings who are now sort of merged with it?
I would go with it would only go the tree.
Okay, because unless I missed it, the tree didn't have a turn, right?
The tree
The tree just went.
The tree hit him on the same turn as the
Oh,
puppets
okay.
interposing. The attack you gave protection for was the tree.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so how do I use the superior die? Do I click it and then attack?
Attack, and then on hit, use a superiority die.
Oh, okay. So you start with trying to hit.
That hits.
What is that? As a 19, which means that I get a crit. Unless I change that. I think I changed that.
You changed that.
Fuck! All right. But it does hit, so I'm gonna add a superiority die, which is gonna be goading attack.
Yeah, so the damage plus a d8.
Let's see. Sorry, a what?
So it's a normal attack plus a d8.
D8. Okay. Uh, so I attack, and then I press this. Is that how it works? Or is that?
No.
Now I'm confused.
They make it
Oh,
makes
okay,
a
okay,
saving
okay.
throw.
Okay, because I was trying to add in the D8, but I guess I have to manually put in a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's my bad. I'm trying to see if the thing does it automatically.
You sever through the second of these things. At that point, the prince sits up and joins combat.
Nice. Get up, my good fella. Today is not the day you die.
I guess he's player character. I don't know player character's vibe, but
And that was like a save for the goading?
Yeah.
Damn. Alright.
yep.
Oh, we got the second vine at least. Does that mean that he's like ready to fight, but he's still stuck attached to the tree with his one of mine?
Basically his legs are still shriveled, but everything the knees and up looks exactly like the portrait that you drew of him. Other than that he's covered in dirt, grime, and blood. Which you didn't really know about at the time.
How's he looking? Is he looking like someone who's like enjoying this weird almost died adventure, or is he like actually having a panic moment of like, oh shit?
Well,
that's for the D100s.
That's actually for this perception check, which he sits up. He seems vaguely confused. He's going to roll to try to cut his own, he pulls the knife out of his boot and tries to cut his own leg free.
I almost thought you said leg off, and I was like, no.
He cuts halfway through it, but doesn't get it all the way. Actually, wait, no. This was the one hit by the firebolt earlier.
Yeah.
He does cut through it.
Nice.
He springs to his feet and says, "Don't attack them."
What? Yes, the little ones are people.
And if you kill, and the tree is a person too. It's part of it.
Hadn't quite picked up on that part.
Are you sure? Because you were quite drained just a moment ago.
Sure of parts, but not of all. All right, Niels' turn.
So these mannequin people, they did nearly kill us last time, but if the prince's first thought, when he gets up in the middle of this, is to say, don't attack them, I'm going to back off.
So, I will say that you did not get an opportunity attack because that one did disengage you. It could have chosen to retaliate, but has only moved to protect the tree.
Well, I did engage it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that 10-foot step back, and that's my entire turn.
Okay.
Is it possible that I can be a bit of a nitpicker and say that the prince is on the right square instead of the left, just so he's in position for me,
For you to what?
in case I need to protect?
Uh, aren't you just a special little boy? Need to do your protection.
It's my gimmick, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. Why don't you try to play the game or something?
It's like, in fact, no, because his feet were over there.
Yeah, most people when they sit up to their fucking legs, don't they?
I asked, and you decided to move him.
He's sitting up in an L shape right now, where his legs are are in the sky.
He's doing a fucking what's it called, yoga move, and going, don't attack him.
Yeah, he's halfway through one of those things where you jump to your feet.
Yeah.
Just so you could have your little mechanic, son of a bitch.
Right.
Enzio's turn.
I never forced you to do anything.
We all saw him pull a gun on me. We all knew what he was gonna do.
I don't have a gun. I have a sword.
We could get out of here with you, or we could. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna try to think really hard about ways we could. I'm gonna like think back to the cabin, think back to the disappearances. I'm gonna run through curses I've studied, spells I've studied, think on the nature of dryads, just anything I've had or known to try to like what I could do or offer to try to unfuck this situation. And I guess make an arcana or history check. Can I?
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
I'll also give you advantage because of your detect magic still being up.
Okay. 27.
You don't know about it specifically, but like what he said, but it's part, like the tree is part of it too. Like you're looking at a tree that is the most magically potent thing in this entire zone. You're not entirely sure, but you assume you come to the conclusion that the person contorted and stuck within this tree is the hermit, and something related to the book that you found earlier is what got him into this situation. And you don't have all of the pieces of the puzzle. You can just know that now.
I'm gonna take out the pages from upstairs, and I'm gonna hold them out for the man in the tree, and I'm gonna say, release the spell.
Roll persuasion.
Well, I'm not good at this.
Nat 20s are nat 20s, man. This is one of those cases where even beyond your sort of normal amount of like, you're not a fast talker, you're not a smooth talker, but you think beyond that, something beyond that guy is in control of this situation now. You don't like. You think that that there's a chance that he could deactivate something, but the
Son of a bitch!
control in this situation is not in him.
Release the spell!
Okay. It has advantage.
Heartbreaking.
You see that the tree interposes magic in front of you to stop your spell. The prince says to you, I think it's best for us to run and regroup.
Very well.
The tree has a very limited range.
I think you
No
should
need to
back
tell
up.
me twice.
I'm gonna cover our retreat, but we need to back.
Blade's turn.
Well, I mean, let's just. Right. Jose, you there?
You here?
Your turn.
Oh, I'm back up. Gonna run. I'm gonna have all my guys disengage and get the hell out of there.
Yeah. So for both most of them, I'm just gonna delete them from the map because we don't. If they die, they die. They return to being orbs in the bag if they die. Just so we don't have to keep track of as much. All right. Tree turn. Everyone's favorite turn, the tree. You see both of these the two puppets here put hands on the tree. Specifically where the burn marks were. The one on the left that isn't the priest crumples and its entire arm fades into dust. The priest's hand glows with holy magic that can still be felt, and the tree heals from both of its wounds. And actually, because it's a 2, it lost both an arm and a leg. Like almost half the puppet is just gone.
That might be bad when we get back to the village.
All right. We're gonna have like one more set of. It's gonna swing at Enzio again because that's who it's most angry at.
Protection.
Right, so maybe not the 16. 10, it misses. Second attack hits. And damage.
I'm still up. Dwarves wobble, but we only occasionally fall down.
What is the spell you're concentrating on?
Detect magic.
Oh, yeah.
should have moved the other turn. I just realized. Can I position myself right here and then sort of grab the prince and like put him behind me? I don't care if it's an action, but I'm trying to move him behind me as we're moving. So I'm the guy like facing the tree.
He looks at you and says, "Just go. I can get out of here."
I would presume you're coming with us.
Yes, go.
Why are we separating? Why are we arguing?
Run. He's implying to you not to stand here and hold a line, but to
No,
just go.
I'm not
with
going to
as
hold a
much-
line. I'm just putting him like behind me,
You're
and
gonna
then we're
move
gonna
10
run.
feet.
I moved 5 feet.
You're gonna move him
I'm-
10 feet versus
Sure.
him. Your action gets you 60.
Whatever. Fine.
He's telling you he appreciates it, but he just wants you to go.
We're going then.
All right, good to move. Move your token. He runs even past Slate off screen.
I think with 60, I would also be off screen at this point.
Yes. Niels' turn.
All right. Looks like we're getting out of here, and I should do the same. So both my actions, I move 70 feet. They're both movement and action.
Yep. By the way, Enzio, as he passed you by, he like sort of taps you on the back, and you can feel an influx of swiftness. You have the haste spell cast on you.
No.
So as the encounter comes to an end, I assume,
Yes.
as you just, how far do you continue to run? Do you just
Probably back to the house.
Until the prince stops.
okay? If it's by him, yeah, you make it back after probably a good 15 minutes of running. Like you all have to stop one turn when the haste spell turn like he's like, we have to watch out for him. It's about to we're gonna need to wait a moment. As you run through the town, all of the puppets look at you with genuine malice as best as a faceless creature can, but do not seem to begin to fight. They know that for them it would be too dangerous. And eventually you make it back into the little cabin up above. Glad you managed to get me there, because I think if I had another hour or two, I would have been like them.
Puppetus and small. Oh, what a fate!
I think. Have you seen the raiding party?
Yes.
Okay. And have they been dealt with?
Yes.
Okay, I think that gives us time. The villagers who have been turned are basically the same as they were, but weaker and smaller. So they don't have combat training. They aren't able to do anything. So the chances that more people from the town disappear, I think, have greatly decreased without the raiding party.
How is it affecting their the memories of people in town?
How are there people in town? Unless, like, the people who are here are all the people who have gone missing.
It's affecting the memories because they all have a story. Did you hear anything about the butcher's wife?
I will bring up all the different stories we heard.
Okay. I think whatever the ritual is, imparts memory as part of it. Not to make one forget, but to make one forget the truth. I think, as you've said, that the story changed. That was around. I saw her turn. They had her strapped to the table, that ritual table, like I was, and I saw the moment in which she went from being of flesh into being of wood.
Oh,
I think at that moment it must have been that the magic. I think the magic propagates by people not wanting to fight it, not needing to find the people they've lost. So in some ways, changing their story, if my guess is correct, changing their story helps protect the tree.
intentionally? Or just by them trying to
I think that
cope
is
with their
part of
loss?
the tree's goal, is that if you forget somebody's been taken and instead think that they left on their own, you won't go after
Mm,
them that same way. And even if you could, you don't remember where they went. But I also don't know anything about this ritual. It's quite complex.
I suppose you speak this language.
Well, no one speaks this language. It's purely written.
written like a ritual, or written like how you would write it on a piece of paper?
Or like on a piece of paper. It's a written only language. I I recognize it because I've seen it once before.
Where have
Long,
you seen it?
long ago, there was a plot between angels and devils to make a change upon this world. And in doing so, in their correspondence, they needed to make sure that only those true to their cause could ever read it. Inventing a language that can only be interpreted by somebody who knows both the tongue of the devil and the angel. I can't read it, but there is somebody who can. They're the current headmaster of the wizarding school here in Fairlofall.
You sure there isn't anyone else?
That's the person I know of. There's got to be others.
It
Well,
shouldn't be too hard to get an appointment. I should have my I still have my student papers. The problem is how quickly things advance here while we're gone.
With the raiding party gone, I think it will stagnate. Those goblin-like creatures were... So as I had snuck my way past them originally and made it down here, the villagers actually were quite kind to me when I walked through. They would wave and, attempt to make a conversation with me, I believe. They would creak, and I knew that was their best attempt at a common greeting or whatever. But when I screamed out seeing what happened at the tree, it knew I was there, and that's when they ambushed me from behind and got me. Had I paid more attention, they might not have ever gotten me. But needless to say, I find it very important that we find a way to reverse what has happened. What brought you all here, by the way? What
I will.
incredible luck, a
Well,
group of
I will pull up
adventurers.
the amazing
I
accurate
stop
painting.
him. I stop him. I stop him.
I
stop
I
him.
Mhm.
I
I
will
try to.
show
We
him.
fussle. We tussle.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he tries to tussle me, but I notice what's happening, and I'm going to lower it.
So we. It is important. Obviously, your parents would have noticed eventually. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're here to stop you.
Was he going to show me something that would make me think that you were sent here to stop me?
He was going to show you an eerily accurate rendition of your face.
And I'm actually going to pull it out now because he literally just said what it was. I'm a surprisingly good artist,
How did
as you
you?
can tell.
How did you?
I'm
capture...
amazed myself. I'm going to be like the fact that this worked somehow is
You captured my
surprising me.
exact hairstyle. Was somebody? How well were you described my face?
I feel like you are a very recognizable person in a very good way. Like people notice you when you walk by.
Well, I would only hope. But I'm just going to break it down for you here. I don't think you could stop me if you wanted to. 2, I think that you, in your heart, know that it would be right not to take me back to have to listen to a bunch of people courting me in order to try to make some political alliance when the members of my own kingdom are trapped in some sort of strange half-life. And 3, I believe that there's many adventures left to be had for me out there. So do with that what you will as we decide what our next moves are.
I agree more with some of the things you said than I think you would inherently. You have more of a win there than you would necessarily hope, given the circumstance. Although I do think you should recognize that your first adventure rendering you, well, I can't say that this is your first adventure. I don't know what you've gotten up to before we found you here. Might have been successful along the way, but it was relatively short-lived before things went very dangerous for you. You should probably have some accompaniment in. I gesture to us. We would be willing for some time before we would get in trouble for not finding you.
Did he give you a time frame?
I'm gonna think back to that actually.
He gave you.
I was gonna check what again, what was the king's perspective of this? Was there an urgent reason he needed his son back, or was it just a general, well, this is just tradition, so I need you to get him back kind of like
Well, like
employment?
he gave an urgent enough reason, which was that he is old enough that he's supposed to be taking these like princes and
Okay, so it's
princesses of
political
other
reasoning.
kingdoms are supposed to be coming here to like offer like to make the pitch
Right.
on why they should be married.
Right,
Right?
right. It's
And so he knows that he can cover for that for a while. He could be like, oh, the prince is sick, but like eventually somebody catches on. But
Yeah.
there was a feeling you got from him that he thought that if you guys got this done in 2 years, it would be considered quite quick.
Okay.
right.
The prince himself says, I'm pretty sure my dad, his gallivant lasted like 7 years.
Oh, when I personally heard the story, I was kind of looking at the father going, well, are you sure that you want to employ someone right now to help? But then he explained that, like, as you yourself mentioned, there were the typical political ness that happens around families and around people such as yourself around your age.
Well,
And
of
I think this is
course.
more just him obviously having to do what he has to do, both as a father and a ruler. But I don't think that he is in the position where he is desperate to get you
Yeah,
back.
the stories
It-
he's told me, I think
It
politically he
seemed
is
like
desperate.
he wanted you back, in my eyes, relatively quickly, which means you have probably like 2-3 years before we get in trouble.
Well, one, I don't think you ever get, as long as I draw breath, I don't think you get in trouble. Because I
that
think
as
that
long
he
as we
knows and
stick with
respects
you,
that
we will
there's a
be
game
fine.
here. And yeah, if you want to swear into some sort of agreement here that we adventure together, we can. But I think his expectation is that if you are to try to trick me here, that he believes just like I do that I bounce out of here without any of you being able to do anything about it.
And I love that confidence.
Well, we don't know much about you, and also
The
it's
spell I gave him
honestly,
is not the limits of my power, if that tells you anything.
yes, and honestly, it's in our best interest not to harm you physically
Hey,
in the
as
process.
of right now, we are all fellow men who have discovered a very serious situation in this village, and we, as
And as the
adventurers,
first
should
order
be
of
taking it
business,
back to Fairlofall.
well, we're
That is all.
in Fairlofall already. This is just a
Well,
border town.
I was referring to, sorry, the capital of Fairlofall. I forgot the name of the capital, and I confused
Well,
it with the land we were standing upon.
we don't bring it to the capital because there's no one there that matters. We bring it to the
Well, where
wizard
is this
tower,
college then, or wherever this person that you
slightly to
mentioned
the
is? 'Cause-
east, one of the
Oh.
eastern villages.
Oh, okay. When I heard like a guy of high position, I assumed that this person would be placed in the capital. That is my fault.
Oh, we don't want to turn your capital into a college town. Then you're Elensona, and then no one wants to be that.
You know, I liked my time there. I mean,
Oh, it's
you know,
definitely good. Wouldn't have. It's just that you want to separate it a little bit, you know. What's the
I mean,
point?
maybe if you're the Regency.
Like, what's the point of going away if you're going away? Like, think about how many of the people that go there come from the capital. The benefit of going away from home for Wizard College is huge. The freedom, the first
There is
glimpses of
a
adulthood.
there is a sense
You
of freedom.
experienced freedom going
Like-
to Wizard College.
No matter how
Well, I didn't
how
go to Wizard
close or
College.
how far a place or like a college is, there is definitely a sense of freedom of if I'm going from the place I'm usually residing within to a new location, that there is like a sense of like, wow, I am doing something different. This is me doing an independent thing that is separate from the normal life.
Yes, but there is always
You-
some benefit of finding a new baker. You know, like you don't want to run into your
Of
same
course,
baker.
of course. Like again, whether it be like a college that is directly tied to where you are placed or a different college that entirely different and separate, the same thing.
Anyway, the point I was getting to is even if we could, realistically, there's like nothing to be gained from actually physically restraining the future king in the long run. Like, at best, we could reason it out of you, and that feels like an ordeal that we wouldn't be winning.
I have a couple of I have a big list of things that I want to do before I go back. Because I think it's
Yeah.
best for a king to see the world.
Yeah,
And I think your father would agree.
And I think really, if you're wanting to travel with me, we can. If we want to split up, we can. Willing to hear pitches on ideas, things that I might not have known about that need to
So,
be experienced.
So I think we should move our way to the east. Like, first of all, we should focus on this
Well,
crisis right now. And then
absolutely.
after that,
Week
But-
1,
but
week 2, this is what we're solving.
as we're moving to this eastern village, is there anybody here that knows Infernal?
I mean, I know multiple people who know Infernal.
Okay, but I'm
I
talking
don't
about
think
we're on the
anyone in
road
this
making our
small
way to
town
the eastern
knows.
village.
At least not anyone who would openly tell you that they speak Infernal.
There's plenty of
Slates
honest working
and,
people who know Infernal.
You know who this cabin used to belong to?
Yes, the
Not-
tree.
Not other than that he's the tree.
Is that real set out?
He might know Infernal, but I don't think he's in a place to talk. Actually, because he probably got it from this book, he probably knows both. He's probably the closest person who knows both.
Right. Slate?
But
Jose. One second.
I believe it is time for us to set out. And if we're going to get there, we better be quick. Because I think they'll figure it out in a couple weeks how to build a new raiding party, and then that will mean that people will start disappearing again.
Right.
Jose?
Is Jose snoring? Is that what I'm hearing?
Potentially, yeah.
Well, luckily, I'm thinking we're wrapping up here.
Yeah.
All right. He might have fallen asleep. If you want, you can just mute him temporarily.
I've already done that.
Okay.
Locked and loaded. Did you end the session or?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. But yeah, I was only asking because, like, if one of us knew Infernal, I know Celestial, and we could have theoretically tried to collectively, like, using two languages, try and work out something of this other language. Even if it was just, like, some small structure or hint or something.
It would perhaps be worth it, but I think if we can get
Like, it's more just homework while we're making the journey to the east just to see if something comes of it.
well, yes, but sadly I don't know Infernal, and no one else in our party seems to.
That is a shame. Can I still borrow the book and just see if I can gauge like anything celestial at all?
Yeah. Well,
Like again, just background
I believe
homework as I'm.
Enzio has the book right now, so it would be
Yes.
Mind if I borrow it, Enzio?
I mean, I don't mind, I suppose.
Well, I
Thank
don't
you.
think we can go back to the capital because then the king would know
You know, we're
you're
going
back.
past the capital to a village to the east of the capital.
Well, it's hardly a village, but yes.
A village, a town, a camaraderie of
a
houses.
city. It's a city. It's just it's a smaller city because it's a college town, but
Right.
and that is, I think, we will leave it off here as you begin to prep your journey to the east.
Yep.